ancestors, wayshowers, guides, ascended masters, archangels, galactic federation, Council of Light, elementals, Fae, Mary Magdalene, beings assigned to our team for our highest, holiest, heavenliest, most divine, godly good, celestial guardians, protectors, divine messengers, and all benevolent beings of light. What do we need to know about this? You weren't wrong. Your prophecy was a warning. And now it's worst case scenario for each and every one of them. What is up, Galactic Golden Ohana? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? Let me move y'all over here a little bit. And move y'all down so you can see something. We got balance. Ooh, I didn't see that there was 9 of Pentacles. Your balance leads to your highest vibrational timeline. You've been maintaining balance, you've been maintaining Zen, and individuals have been repeatedly attempting to provoke you, isolate you, lower your vibration to harness your fertility because they know that your harvest is coming to play. You are reaping what you have sown. And these individuals desire this so badly because they're experiencing worst case scenario. Something that you had spoken on is unfolding as we speak. It's not that you were wrong, you were ahead of your time as this prophet. So whatever you had spoken on, whether it was I'm going to be successful or you're going to reap what you sow, karma, or both, these individuals are watching it play out. They're watching the consequences of the choices that they have made manifesting in their reality while they're watching your hard work manifest in yours. And they're so deeply disturbed by the fact that they can't disturb you, they can't imbalance you, they can't rile you up. With repeated attempts to do or direct energy work your way to lower your vibration, isolate you, and put you in a low enough vibe to attach to you or attach something to you that was meant to either make you easier to sacrifice or easier to siphon from, because somebody here is sick. Somebody needs your vitality. They need your fertility. They need your energy. And they can't have it. This is why it's worst case scenario. When you walked away, when you blocked these energies out, when you stood in your divine sovereign power, these individuals had no other choice but to face the consequences of their actions because they were no longer being shielded by your energy. They were no longer being given access to your energy. You freed yourself from the shackles of not only a karmic familial unit and an ex or any individual from your past, but organizations, networks, and societies. Any individual that was monitoring and tracking your energy or attempting to harness new timelines or acquire new timelines through acquiring access to your energy or manipulating and corrupting your energy. Exactly. Access denied. So it is worst case scenario for each and every one of these individuals. Exactly. We are the leaders now. We are the revolutionary light leaders and we are leading the movement. And they're left out. They're left out of the healed world. This is a new timeline. With the star here, this is the true stars being recognized, but this is also a healing timeline. With 9 of Pentacles, living your best life, your hard work finally paying off, because right before this is the 8 of Pentacles. Your hard work finally paying off. You reaping the fruits of your labor. You enjoying the world you worked so hard for humanity to experience. The world you worked so hard to bring into fruition, not just for yourself, but for others. Knowing your purpose here. They just channeled me John Wick again. So lets me know there are way too many people working against you right now. And I mean, way too many, like not more than you can handle, but like this is unnecessary. The individuals that I'm seeing group up. Individuals that don't even like each other are working against you because they don't want to see you win. With the star out here, there are individuals from your past, an old hometown, old friends that may have started to work with the karmic familial unit or exes, or just work against you as the rest of these individuals were, because it couldn't be you. You couldn't win. Like, how are you succeeding? How are you blowing up? How are you being recognized? How are you the one that made it out? While worst case scenario is unfolding for these individuals, like some of you even have friends from like high school, old friends, people that have observed you for a while, like individuals from years ago that have been stalking you, that have been watching you. And again, this is not to like provoke any type of paranoia. If this is your message, you know this. All eyes on you, Tupac energy. And they've been secretly praying for your downfall. These are individuals that are jealous of the light that you carry, how you appear to the world, like your 10th house. Exactly, and that hate is theirs to carry, and that hate has become a massive weight that is crushing them. So some of you are even going to hear about people that you long forgot about going through shit. And it's because of, I also just heard gossip and slander. Some of you had people talking about you very negatively, and God did not take kindly to that. So you're going to see individuals being publicly humiliated because of how they talked about you to others and how they tried to smear your name when you had been nothing but a good person to them. I'm also hearing organizations, networks, and societies. I posted about this, I believe yesterday, where Elon, and I don't want to give too much energy or attention to this, but I want to bring it up because it was literally the live that I had talked about these individuals, where I was like, hey, somebody's going to crash out within hours. Like, somebody's going to end up crashing out within hours. Within hours, Elon was talking about Trump. All right, and I don't want anybody getting riled up about that, but like the things that have been prophesized are unfolding. You are seeing individuals not be able to handle the energy that they have, the karma that they have accumulated. They're unable to contain or control it. And I told y'all, I prophesized that it would be bigger names that you would be seeing be publicly humiliated. There would be things coming out. There would be individuals in a position of recognition crashing out. And then it happens. And that's why I posted that, because with the messages, with the channeled messages that I receive, each and every one of you that resonates with these are meant to take these messages and further acknowledge your surroundings and what's being shown to you. Because this is not only confirmation for you, but it's also meant to be an indication that the things that you had prophesized, the things that have been channeled to you are unfolding. So that's why I shared that, because we are collectively connected. We are all picking up on what's occurring with the integration of more of the true world and the dismantling of old world systems within karmic dynamics, romantic dynamics, familial dynamics, as well as toxic, corrupted positions of power. We're all seeing it, we're all feeling it. So what's going on here is individuals that not only know that you were right, but also know that there's power behind your words. There's power behind your energy. That you hold this infinite abundance spirit to where doors that will not open for them open for you. And this is why they're trying to lower your vibration and attach to you, because you've opened the door to miraculous healing with the activation of your abilities and your gifts and your sacred divine connection to the Most High. You have stepped into the realm of infinite possibilities, where any door of opportunity that is being divinely advocated for by the Most High, it will open. You will have, I just heard, you will have almost anything. And the reason I'm feeling they're saying almost anything is because some of these opportunities have stipulations attached to them by organizations, networks, and societies that wish to control and manipulate your energy. So with what it is you desire, this is why I emphasize the divinely advocated for. These are the things that you will acquire come straight from the divine, in which these individuals do not have a connection to source, therefore they won't receive these opportunities. They will never have the doors open for themselves that you have had open for you because of the hard work you put in and your obedience and connection to source. You are a very sacred soul here, a very beloved chosen child. And now these individuals realize that now. They may have even laughed at you when you said that you were chosen. And that's not a title that you just threw around. That's not something that you self-proclaimed. It was told to you. You knew that you were chosen with the experiences you had and everything that you had gone through. Most of us ran from being chosen. I know that was not a title that I wanted. because I knew what would come with it and the type of path that I would have to be on. And it was a fight of the flesh and the spirit for a very long time, where part of me wanted to be in the matrix. Like, part of me wanted to be a blind fool, wanted to be oblivious, because I knew with the awakening would come so much pushback. It would come, like, the gang stalking, the type of energy work that I would have to alchemize, like, it comes with a lot. Being chosen is not easy. It's excruciating. It's painful. It's exhausting. Exactly, Michaela. It's very exhausting. So with the crown that you have been given from the divine, yeah, and it comes with a lot of responsibility. It's carrying the weight on your shoulders and not expecting anything in return. It's a very selfless journey where you're consistently giving and giving and giving and fighting and fighting and fighting and alchemizing and evolving and learning and advancing and ascending. It's not easy. And these individuals are looking at what you are receiving and what's unfolding for you with the mentality of instant gratification, desiring the outcome where they have not worked for it. You've also got elites, organizations, networks, and societies that want to use your abilities in order to manifest a timeline where they would be in control, and it's just not happening. So with you, you put in the work, the blood, sweat, and tears to free your ancestors, the blood, sweat, and tears to walk this path, to lose everything. You lost everything and bounce back. It was given back to you in a divine manner, and if it hasn't, it will be. God's bringing you back more than what you lost, but it's coming through in a way where it's not corrupted and it won't be a distraction. Where these individuals, they're reaping the consequences of their actions, and it's continuous worst case scenario for them, because they refuse to do the work to heal. They refuse to leave you alone. They continuously feel as if they target you, their life will go back to normal. You'll never be the same again, nor will their reality. Changes come with the elevation and advancement of this planet. And there are individuals that cannot adapt to the changes that are being made because they refuse to acknowledge the work they need to do to advance. So they'll continuously be trapped in a timeline and a cycle that is caving in on itself. They are trapped in their corruption, and for some of these individuals, their corruption is what's going to take them out. Their corruption is what's going to lead to their downfall. Their corruption is what's going to lead to the loss of everything, because they just wouldn't stop. And again, I'm hearing John Wick. This was a lot of people. We had a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio out here. I almost said Libra, could be Libra. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Queen of Wands and a King of Cups. Jezebelian energies. So if you're a feminine in here, I feel like you had a corrupted masculine that had sacrificed a union in order to, or you, to acquire some type of fame and fortune. If you're a masculine in here, you had a Queen of Wands that had this intention for you. They wanted to continue with your energy, whether this was an ex or somebody that you were currently with. You and another individual, or mirroring, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Looks like there have been many realizations with the type of influence that were around light workers that were keeping them from reaching their highest potential. Looks like the wisdom that you have shared with the prophecies that have been relayed to you for you to speak on have come true and unfolded in the lives of those that did not want to see. Hard head, soft ass, they refused to see. So some of you spoke on something, you tried to save somebody. You did. You did. But I feel like, damn, this is going to be a harder message. Some of you, you saved an individual that was aligned with you as a soulmate. I'm not I mean, there may be an ex that's waking up right now. I do feel like there's an ex going, holy shit, you were right. They're awakening to the path that they should take. And some of you, your exes are willing to face karma. Not saying you should ever connect with them again because they're not on their level. What I am saying is some of you, with the information you were relaying, had somebody observing you from the sidelines. Somebody, I'd heard detached observation. They could have been watching you online. They could have been watching you at work. This is somebody who has learned from you, but again, hard head, soft ass. This person did not want to awaken. They did not want to get out of their comfort zone. They continuously wanted to experience the matrix in the way that they had before, but coming into contact with you woke something up in them. This is an individual that had been given the choice to connect with you as a high-level soulmate. But due to the choices they had made, even though they had been guided against making these choices, they had been separated from your soul contract. This person had their soul severely fragmented with whoever they were with. A karmic feminine, a karmic masculine. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Some of you, this has been conveyed to you by spirit, that an individual that had aligned with you as a soulmate, you had a very strong connection. This individual with the soul fragmentation that they have undergone needed to go through a lot of work because of, again, they continuously chose the wrong path. I won't say it was wrong, but they chose a path that would make things harder for themselves emotionally, triggering more of their shadow state to be acknowledged and healed. This person has a lot of work to do before connection with you, and some of you may very well end up being connected to a kingdom spouse instead of this like twin ray high-level soulmate. I feel like you had a shadow twin. Some of you, there were levels to these soulmates. That are currently experiencing the unfolding of the worst case scenario because of the choices they made and how they went up against you. So it's like you went from the shadow twin to a perceived soul life partner to a twin ray high-level soulmate, but you have yet to meet the kingdom spouse. But with how rapidly you're ascending, you had ascended and misaligned from this shadow twin. This shadow twin was the catalyst to your awakening. This is somebody that you deeply, with every fiber of your being, felt like was your twin mate. Your soulmate. Your twin flame, your soulmate. You felt like they were. You had this realization through them being the catalyst to your awakening and then being a consistent runner, somebody that was slandering and defaming your character, dragging your name through the mud, repeatedly attempting to harness your energy for fame and fortune, that this was not a twin flame, this was a shadow karmic partner that triggered you into your awakening. You moved from that level with your understanding, your realization, and your ascension to connecting to a life partner that had multiple choices. This individual may have strung you along, led you on, this brought up your codependency. You needed to address this codependency, and when you did, it started to further misalign you with this individual who got validation out of being acknowledged by multiple feminine or multiple masculine energies. This individual was delving into the darker side. You came through as a extension of light to them in order for them to lean more towards the light and remove themselves from darker spaces and darker practices. Some of you may perceive this individual as being a dark witch or a dark warlock or a practitioner. You learned that towards the ending of this dynamic, where you realized the manipulation tactics this individual was using to keep you around while they led you on and participated in intimate encounters with others. Then you moved into a position to where you had attracted a high-level soulmate. This individual could very well be somebody that is heavily recognized. This could be somebody with a lot of recognition or a lot of money. This person was so entrapped within the matrix and the materials that this individual looked at you as though you were less than, while heavily feeling inadequate compared to your intellectual and intuitive abilities. This is somebody that felt like they were connected to the universe and that they could get anything that they wanted from the universe because look at where they're at. And you really triggered this person's inadequacy and insecurities. You put this person in a position to reflect where they were, I'm feeling, with karmic family or a karmic partner. This is somebody that had a lot to address in their reality because of how close they were to making a deal with the devil. This is somebody who, like I said, has acquired recognition or a lot of money. This is somebody who had worked very hard on their position in this life, but again was very close to making a deal with the devil. You were put in position to call this person back from the edge because of how close they were. Now, either this person dove off the edge and made this deal to go against you, or this individual went through a tower that woke them up to who you are and who they're around. And if this is somebody that has woken up to who you are and who they're around, they're making changes. If this is somebody that has dove off the deep end and made a deal with the devil to go against you because they saw you as a threat instead of a companion, this individual is facing massive repercussions and they will lose everything in this lifetime. Their fame, their fortune. Anything that they put above, I heard money was their god. Anything that they put above the Most High and their divine connection is being stripped from them. And I feel like that's going to put them in a position to really see the divine for what it is. And it's the giver of all, but the taker of everything. So for those of you that this individual, this high-level soulmate, has made a deal with the devil to go up against you, whoever this person is in a position of recognition that has a lot of monetary means, you have aligned with a kingdom spouse. This kingdom spouse is the one, because of the fact that you've learned all your lessons, you're in this 5D timeline, this unconditionally loving timeline, you will connect to this individual that will understand you completely and read you like a book in the same way you'll be able to do to them. You both have a mission together. Now, if you've aligned with this high-level soulmate, this high-level soulmate will evolve with you into your kingdom spouse with the work that you put in to bring two empires into one. Now, the reason this is relevant is worst case scenario for this ex, worst case scenario for this karmic familial unit, worst case scenario for these networks, organizations, and societies is you pulling in more unconditionally loving energy from higher realms. And you're going to be doing this with your partner, with the work that you put in to move as a unit. And the way that you are awakening those to the traps that they had fallen in, and those that had fallen in these traps that they are now perceiving, some of them are willing to put in the work to face the consequences of their actions and their judgment to ascend. So you're even saving the souls that were on the brink of nothingness, that were on the brink of damnation and being forsaken. And this, you being the massive threat that you are to organizations, networks, and societies, they are losing control over even those that they felt like would forever be entrapped in the snares they had set. But God is a forgiving God, a very forgiving God. Oh, that's so cute. Truth. Sort of truth. Right as I said, God is a very forgiving God. Truth. Behind that, you're about to receive for the work that you put in and how loved that you are. But you're also going to receive confirmation about what you have said, the truth, this prophecy unfolding. What individuals paid to have happened to you and have done to you is happening to them. God's going to show it to you. Psalms 91. I also heard Psalms 109. God's going to show it to you. And you are receiving this connection, whether they like it or not. There was a fight against the prophecy over your life, and the thing is these individuals at first mocked it, thinking they had destroyed it or acquired it. They're not laughing now. You got a lot of individuals that are very angry at the fact that they can't escape this, the worst. The worst they wished for you. They can't run from this deal they made to sacrifice you backfiring on them. You told them. I'm hearing that song by Cal Scrubby. I told you, I told you, I told you. You told them. And it's like this prophecy was a warning. You were trying to save them, whether consciously or subconsciously. You were trying to save them from the worst case scenario. You never wanted any of these, you never wanted anybody to get hurt. Not in the way that they wanted you to get hurt. You continuously relayed the messages and the prophecies that were channeled to you in an attempt that individuals would listen. Again, they had a hard head, soft ass. And they're getting their ass handed to them. You tried to tell these people, like, let me be. Leave me alone. Because if you don't, it's going to end poorly for you. It doesn't matter if this was an organization, network, society, karmic familial unit, or an ex. You said, let me be. Let me be me. Let me do what I came here to do. The more you attack me, the worse it's going to get for you. And I told you I was going to be something. I was going to heal the world, and I didn't know how, but I was. And I am. And you're trying to come in between me and my purpose here. You're trying to stop me from healing those that I've been put on this planet to heal and help and assist. And that in itself is like a spit in God's face. You warned these individuals, let it go. Just let me be. Let it go, let me be. Let me heal. Let me help. That's what I'm here to do. And they continuously went against you. They did not cease, and now there is no ceasefire. Transformation. They kept trying to change things with magic. I can't make this shit up. They kept trying to change things with magic. They thought that this was going to lead them to, yep, your fertility. And it blew back. Oh, I can't make that. And it blew back in their face. I was going to put this back in the deck. It wanted to stick to fertility. Judgment. Judgment for these individuals trying to win by any means necessary. Heartbroken. Well, you get to receive, you get to level up, you get to advance, you get a windfall. I'm also hearing that individuals lied to the law. Oh, here we go. Because they couldn't get you with this magicianary work, some of these individuals made false accusations about you. Some of these individuals may have even attempted to... What? Some of these individuals may have even attempted to sue you with these false allegations, and they've been found out. This blew back in their face so bad. If individuals attempted to sue you or get you in some type of legal trouble, when you had nothing to do with them, you were not talking to them, you were not associated with them, you were minding your business, and this was looked into, this was investigated, they thought that law officials were just going to move on their behalf without looking into a situation. Like they were just going to come get you. If this is what they thought, this blew back in their face because they started investigating. They looked into the situation, seeing that you were nowhere near these individuals, you were not communicating to these individuals, and whatever these individuals attempted to convey in order to have you detained or institutionalized blew back in their face to where now they're in legal trouble for misusing and abusing the judicial system. That's not for everybody. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But some of you knew. These individuals are ridiculous. They felt like if they had gotten you institutionalized or imprisoned, this would stop your destiny. This would put you in such a low space to where you would lose everything and they'd be able to acquire everything off of your energy and you being kept from walking on your path, and God wasn't having that. Any attempts to stop you from your fortune, any attempts to stop you from walking your destiny have backfired. Because they really went all in on this. This is ridiculous. I can't believe what I just got channeled. I am disturbed. They really went all in on this. Trying to keep you from a victory so they could obtain it. And this blew back in their face so bad. This is worst case scenario, especially if they were trying to get you in legal trouble. Now they're in a whole world of hurt, where these individuals are now having legal issues. I'm also hearing bankruptcy. If they attempted to bind up your finances, tie up your finances, they're going through it while yours are being unbound. Could be a Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius that tried to bind something of yours. Something pertaining to your destiny. Could even be a romantic dynamic. Give me one on this Queen of Wands. You could be in Queen of Wands energy, like you're very attractive, you're very alluring, you're a go-getter. It's like nothing can stop you. You keep breaking through this binding. You keep taking faith-based decisive action, which is working in your favor. But I'm also getting there's somebody else here, a Queen of Wands in the reverse, King of Wands in the reverse, that was working against you receiving some type of opportunity or offer. Could be pertaining to your finances or a level up that's going to put you in a position of recognition. We got communication. They wanted to stop some communication about a Prince of Pentacles. An offer, an opportunity, again, that's going to, for some of you, put you in a position of recognition or put you in a position of security. We got a decision that's been made, Two of Swords. Contemplation, somebody's out of their head. Somebody was trying to keep another individual in their head so that they would not offer this to you. They're out of their head now. With Princess of Cups and a King of Pentacles. So for some of you, you've got an opportunity that's going to shift you tax brackets. That's going to really level you up financially. It's going to put you in Queen, King of Pentacles, where whatever this opportunity is, it's no longer being bound up. It has backfired upon those that wanted to keep this from you, to where whatever it is they were attempting to keep from you has been what has been depleted in their reality. Relationships falling apart, mental health suffering, finances depleted, dry. Any type of recognition these individuals felt like they would be able to obtain off the sacrifice of your energy, you are now receiving, or you're about to be. You got a lot of individuals out here feeling like idiots. We got Two of Staves. Because you continuously move forward into your wish fulfillment. And that has them stressed out. because they realize how protected you are, because you keep walking away from every trap set against you by this third party that's trying to hold on to an individual, or by this group that was working together and was celebrating the thought of your demise, really feeling like they had an effect or impact upon you, thinking that something inevitably would have an effect, only realizing in horror it didn't, and that it would backfire. If this is gossip or slander, a defamation of your character, individuals now know the truth, which makes these individuals look stupid. The fact that they like monsters. The people are looking at them like monsters. If individuals slandered your character and defamed your character, gossip and slander and just tried to publicly humiliate you, it's being exposed that these individuals were jealous, envious, evil little monsters, and that you didn't deserve this. That these individuals knew that you were the star and tried to keep you from having opportunities. This is why they slandered your name. I'm just saying this right now. With the star coming out sideways, they thought they were going to block your destiny. They thought that they were going to block you from being recognized or anybody offering you an opportunity. I cannot make this shit up. They tried to block you. This is why they lied. That's what people know. And they're watching Heartbroken. They're watching Heartbroken. And all of these individuals now realize that these creatures, these monsters, these musky muskrats, these derelict ducks only lied on you because they saw your potential. They saw that you far outshined them. And you don't mean to, it's just the way that you were born, the way that you were built, the light that you hold. And they're mad. I can tell you right now, you got a lot of individuals, like if you have a social media platform, expect hate comments. Expect them to be talking shit. Because they mad. These are individuals that really want you questioning what it is you are doing. If it's not a social media profile, these are individuals that may make very snide comments if you're around them. Whatever this is, don't let it affect your confidence, your Queen of Wands, King of Wands energy. Keep moving, keep creating, keep sharing. That's what you were put here to do. And I'll tell you, other people's opinions, y'all know this saying is the shit. When it was channeled to me, I was like, you motherfucking right, Spirit. Nobody's opinions are going to get you into the gate of heaven, but your purpose is. So it's basically, fuck what others have to say about you. Keep doing what you were put here to do, because you're the one that was put here to do it. I just heard no excuses. Victory. You're the one that was put here to do it. See? Victory. You get a victory in your destiny. You get what comes with this destiny. This is also about ancestors saying, I'm fighting. Yep, and the truth right behind that. We're fighting for you and we love you. And it's worst case scenario for those that came up against you. Maintain balance and get grounded, because your tax bracket is changing. With Queen of Pentacles coming out and then Justice and a new beginning. This Justice, the scales being balanced, is going to propel you. I won't even say propel you. This Justice coming in is going to put you in a position monetarily to where you're well off. Where you can focus on the things that you've been guided to focus on but didn't have the means to. God's about to open a door that nobody thought was possible for you. Should I claim this too? Hold on, wait a minute. I want y'all to put it in the comments. God is opening up a door that nobody thought possible for me, and God is opening it now. God is opening up a door for me that nobody thought possible. And God is opening it now. Strength. It looks like the divine is prying you from binding the hands of oppression. Any obstacle is being bulldozed through. It also requires you, though, again, get moving. Move that energy, that stagnant energy. Get outside, ground, take a walk, get some exercise. Don't allow yourself to stay in isolation for too long. Because, again, there are attempts to keep you in isolation to lower your vibration, to attach something to you or to siphon from you. Elevate. We got strength. You're a force to be reckoned with. And again, whatever you had spoken on, you knew that it was going to play out. So no, you weren't wrong. Some of you may have been questioning your intuition. Like, well, what I prophesized, was I wrong? Like, you may have started to question your abilities. No, you weren't wrong. You were early. You were before your time. You are the warning that came with this prophecy. You are the warning of what would unfold if they continue to take action against you. And now it is. You warned them. We got a Leo that lied about the strength of a separation between you and a divine counterpart, and the strength of an intended separation between you, your higher self, and the divine. So somebody knows that their sneaky and deceptive behavior did not pay off because you kept showing up. Whatever it is you're doing, this is why the divine says keep doing it. Come back better. Push. If you feel, it's like if you don't want to go to the gym, I'll use that as an example. If you don't want to go to the gym, Spirit is saying, like, push. There's a reason why you're being held back from stepping out of your comfort zone. There's a reason why you feel fatigued and like depressed, or you may be feeling lazy. It's like God's like, get up and move that energy. You don't have to go to the gym, but it's like, get outside, like move your body. Break that binding by moving that energy through your light body. It's also about grounding. Because this was supposed to be strong oppression, which is strong isolation. They needed you mentally imprisoned, but they also needed you like detained. They needed you in isolation in order to manipulate you enough to lower your vibration to attach something to you. Even with the repeated attempts of what they had been previously doing were failing. So it's like in order for this work to be suited up to where they felt like it needed to be, they felt like they needed you in isolation, low vibration, sad, depressed, and lonely. And you're not. King of Staves coming out. This is a leader. Heavy on the Leo out here. This could have been a Leo that was working against you. I'm also getting practitioner from this King of Staves. So there was a heavy hitting practitioner that could be a Leo. That individuals feel like this practitioner deceived them because what was meant to work on you is not. Yep, and they've been exposed. You saw it coming. Heavy on the Leo. We got back to back to back Leo. So you could be this Leo because the sun is also Leo energy. So heavy on the Leo. Tell me about this Leo. You could be this Leo. 3 of Swords. Heartbroken. Whoever this individual is that's been exposed and you saw their work coming and you handled it accordingly is heartbroken. Heartbroken and confused at how you're not going through upheavals. You're not mental upheavals. 8 of Swords. They're in remorse and regret because what they did is already backfiring for this full moon. So again, you got individuals gobsmacked because their attempts to pull themselves out of hell have backfired and sent them further spiraling down into it. While you're walking your happy ass into heaven. Give me one. Let me pull some astrology. Let me pull some astrology. Let's see. Mind. So it was to mentally entrap you, cause upheavals, put you in a state of depression while in isolation, anxiety, paranoia. This was an attempt to manipulate your mind enough to be able to attach. Provoker. Attach something to you that was meant to end the way that you were seen, the way that you were received by the world, and end multiple cycles for you so that cycles would begin again for them. We got, this could be your karmic familial unit, your roots. This provoker is going through, or these provokers are going through back-to-back backfires and endings. And it could be in your karmic familial unit, or they could have been attempting to attach roots to you in order for these, an energetic transference of these endings would happen. And it didn't. And I know y'all can feel the heavier energy today. This full moon work is already backfiring, but I'm feeling like there's still individuals that are working as we speak. So if you're feeling a heavier energy, it's because individuals are putting in that fucking work right now. They putting in that fucking work right now because they desperate. They're like, everything is going wrong. We need to fix this. And their thought process, let me not be mean. What I will say is where their mind is at. They believe that if they're able to put you in a position to have an ending, they won't go through it. They won't continuously have endings happen for them. So they feel like if they can push it into your experience and you go through a tower or you go through some type of illness, that they will be healed. They will be redeemed. So it's very, very desperate. We got Virgo, I analyze. So there is a practitioner out here analyzing you, or a Virgo or hermit energy, somebody that is attempting to acquire some type of wisdom about you. We got love, Venus, Grand Trine blessings, Libra energy with Venus out here. So you have a practitioner attempting to pry into whether or not they've been able to separate you from your destiny, which includes these blessings and this romantic dynamic. You got a practitioner trying to see if endings have happened for you. Endings that you haven't even had a beginning to yet. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, individuals out here trying to end the blessings that you haven't received yet. They're trying to end the romantic partnership that you haven't gotten into yet. They're trying to end it before it even starts. Thinking that if they end this, they'll end your destiny and then they'll be able to acquire it. And they were getting real creative with this. Some of these individuals were trying to project not only emotional upheavals, but cancer, dis-ease. They were trying to project dis-ease into your experience you're healing from. And I'm going to say you may be the wounded warrior right now. Some of these hits may have slightly landed. So you may be going through a process of angelic healing at this time. You may feel slightly off. Again, I'm telling you, get up. Like, walk around, take a spiritual bath or shower, get some exercise, even if it is just to walk around the block. Get this energy moving. Because you may feel as though there may have been some hits that landed. You could feel like, damn, who just body slammed me? What is this? Like, you may be feeling it in your auric field that you need to heal, that there's some healing taking place. And it's because there is. Your angels are actively working on healing your auric field while you are being guided to move out stagnant residual energy from the attacks that you have alchemized or are alchemizing. Yeah, because the full attack, it missed. Whatever this is, it didn't hit. It didn't stick. But again, it may have disrupted your routines. It may have disrupted because sixth house routine could also be about health. Pertaining to your health, your routines, like certain cycles that you were meant to remain stuck in. Specifically, like self-care. Like, I'm not saying stay stuck in self-care, but like routines that were being attacked, such as your self-care and the way that you take care of yourself, the way that you take care of your health was being targeted. Your health in general was being targeted. So, thank you, Kat! Oh my God! Thank you for your donation. I really do appreciate it. And know that you are going to receive it back 10,000-fold, or as many-fold as God ordains as being necessary to your experience in a infinite amplified state. Because I never want to cap your destiny or limit it in any way, shape, and form. I just want to add to it, like you've added to mine. So, thank you. And that was confirmation with massive changes. Again, you may have taken these hits, but it was intentional. You took on these hits, you took on this energy to alchemize it. So you may be feeling off because of the energy that you have accumulated and how you're moving it through your light body. You're shifting it from a very dark, demented, corrupted state of existing to the lightest aspects of itself. And that takes some, again, activity. It takes some action on your part in order to move with the flow of energy that you may be experiencing with what you have integrated or what's been integrated within your light body. So again, get your rest, yes, but also get active. Again, take a walk. Move out. We got divine intervention. Move out residual stagnant energy that is not being integrated because it is unnecessary. I'm sorry, there's like a hair trying to get right in my eyeball. We also have divine intervention on your behalf to balance the scales. So this lets me know that any individual that felt like they were going to harness this full moon to imbalance you and to disconnect you from the divine has only made their situation 1,000 times worse. And any attempt to stalk you and target you is only adding to your abundance with the energy that you have accumulated and are alchemizing for your, not only your own advancement, but the advancement of humanity. So basically, these individuals have sensing. These individuals have learned a very hard lesson that no matter what it is they do, they cannot access you. And without access to you, they feel like there will be no repairs made in their reality with what they're experiencing and the way that everything is going downhill. You got individuals in regret because of how they listen to others and join forces with others, realizing that they missed an opportunity to be a part of the blessing that you are. They missed an opportunity to succeed in going up against you, war, in trying to own your energy, in trying to own something that was a part of your destiny and would have been a part of theirs if they had walked the path of the straight and narrow. What do we need to know about this? Hold on, let me ask source. Why do we need to know this, and what do we need to know about this? Why do we need to know this, and what do we need to know about this? Because I feel like this is just a layout of everything you may be currently experiencing emotionally as well as energetically. You may have not had an understanding of what was occurring, or why you felt so off, or why things felt like they were moving so slowly, or why you may have overly felt fatigued. And this is spirit addressing the issues that you may have been having that were meant to bind you and block you and keep you from reaching a certain level of success, so that individuals could attach to you and siphon from you, leaving you depleted and in alignment to massive towers that were meant to be back to back to back. But you're eating through these blockages and these bindings. You're breaking through any way that individuals tried to block your roads. I just heard muscling through it. I can't make this shit up. Leo, I will. Muscling through it. Basically, Spirit's saying you're going through rapid transformation with the energy you accumulated that was meant to completely destroy your destiny and take from you any feeling of freedom and security that you had. All areas of your life are being amplified, not just restored, but amplified in the way that you may have been, I won't even say stressed about, in the way that you may have been acknowledging the areas of your life that you wished to have these amplifications, but were yet to experience. You knew that there was something you needed to do, something you needed to break through, something you need to alchemize. That is what you are currently doing, that's going to skyrocket you into an entirely new level, or an entirely new energy, or an entirely new experience. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But where you had felt stagnant is where you needed to acknowledge what you were feeling stagnant in, and what you needed to put action towards in order to break binding and break down blockages that had been placed over these areas of your life. So it's like if you were feeling blocked in your creativity, Spirit was like, that's a block on your sacral. Get up and do something even if you feel like it's garbage. Like write a song, write a poem. You may look at that poem and be like, oh my God, that's garbage. I just came up with something. You are actively using your creativity, your sacral chakra, and it is elevating your sacral chakra beyond the alignment of the binding that had been placed on it. Goes for any chakra. If you feel like, even with this message today, I feel like my throat chakra has been heavily targeted by these individuals, but instead of sitting in the energy of perceiving it as being targeted, I put it into perspective as my throat chakra is being activated. It's being amplified even more so than it already was. And even though I may feel like there are some portions of this live that could have been more accurately, divinely depicted. I don't harp on, or I'm not focused on over analyzing what I feel like should be perfect. Instead, I continue to relay the message in the way that I know that it will be understood, and that's through energy. So in whatever you're doing, don't allow yourself to be limited with the overanalyzation of what it is, what it is you are doing, what it is you're working on, and where you feel as though it should be. Just start, just do it. Because you got a lot of individuals, again, sacral chakra energy coming out, working against you, actively using your abilities to move forward with the way that you were meant to express and share your gifts. Virgo, I analyze. Moon, soul. And demonic forces, Capricorn energy. So you do have individuals looking to see if what they had done attached to you. And again, step out of any type of alignment you have with the energy being directed your way by actively using what individuals were attempting to bind and elevating beyond vibratorily where they were attempting to keep you. Again, the higher your vibration is, when you exercise, when you sing, when you dance, when you watch a comedy and it makes you laugh, when you do things that elevate your vibration, you effortlessly break off what is not in that vibration. You are moving through anything that was meant to keep you within a certain vibration to make you more easily accessible. We got earth element and stability. You're stabilizing anything that was meant to bulldoze your life by bulldozing through the expectation it had for you. So basically the divine is saying, what you feel like you cannot do, you can. You just got to start. And again, sing, dance, laugh, live. Get your vibration higher. Reinvention. You're also going through a complete, I heard, nervous system reset. We talked about this over on YouTube. Who sent that? Thank you, The Chosen. Thank you, The Chosen, for sewing into me. I really do appreciate it infinitely. And know that in the same way I appreciate it, I'm reciprocating it energetically so that you may too also receive it infinitely and amplified back into your experience in the way that God ordains and deems as necessary. In each and every aspect of your life that you have open to receiving it. Because again, I never want to limit your destiny. I just want to add to it in the same way you've added to mine. Stay open to receiving. It is your time. And seriously, thank you. Because that was confirmation right there with 5-0. Reinvention coming out. We talking about a nervous system reset. It's like your nervous system is preparing to take on more with the next level. With this reinvention, you're going through massive changes as we speak, as are these individuals that came up against you. And it's funny because the divine had me name this live. You were not wrong. You were just your prophecy was just a warning where these individuals that continuously attempted to come up against you have watched it unfold. That they took a gamble and this gamble did not pay off. These individuals are now experiencing the worst case scenario. And I know that there was an expectation of communication about what these individuals were experiencing. But I will tell you, the reason this live has been the way that it has, the channeled messages that I'm getting, is what you are breaking through currently is backfiring immediately. So I know the majority of this message has been about you and the consistent provoking from these individuals, and now you know why. Multiple attempts to lower your vibration and isolate you to harness your energy in order to repair the karmic experience these individuals have aligned themselves to and are currently experiencing, while you, being in this heavenly, divine, unconditionally loving timeline and state of existing, are receiving the keys to heaven that you have earned. And many individuals want to ride your coattails, and they're attempting to do anything possible in order to make that happen. So I know that the majority of this channeled message in particular was about you, but it's because of what needs to be addressed and what you may be experiencing due to these individuals and their antics and what they are experiencing that they're attempting to push off into your reality. Yet you consistently keep stabilizing it, and you have no idea the type of doors that have opened because of what you have done. Not just for yourself, but for others who have received the recoded, reinvented energy that you have released and integrated through your overcoming and your alchemization of what has been directed towards you, whether it's from a karmic familial unit, an ex, organizations, networks, elites, or societies. what individuals really felt like was going to weigh on you and break you at some point, put you in a position to not only carry the world, but carry worlds. A multitude of high vibrational, multi-dimensional energy and wisdom. It puts you in a position to be the leader that you are today, and the leader that you are about to be with the position being given and the windfall that you are receiving. All the ways that God's opening doors of opportunity for you, and all the individuals and all the souls you're going to assist with the doors that have been opened with your overcoming and your understanding. So with stability out here, yes, you are receiving stability, but this is how you've stabilized in new timelines with what you have taken on. And the fact that these individuals are gobsmacked because what they really thought was going to work backfired in the worst way. And now they realize that you truly are chosen and that there's more to you than meets the eye. We got creative. I'm done. Basically, the divine was like, wrap it up. You talk too fucking much. Sorry. The divine was like, basically what I just said is 5th house creativity and Saturn return age. What they were working on has returned. The divine said, yep. It's like, I'm trying to break it down. I'm trying to address each and every area. And Spirit's like, you don't got to do all that. You don't got to do all that. Basically, this energy has returned. It's what you need to know. And this is why. When you break through this binding, it snaps back like a rubber band. And you have. It was like by a certain time you were meant to be entrapped in isolation. You were meant to be depressed. You were meant to be aligned with some type of health issue or dis-ease. You were meant to be going through a tower, but you elevated before that tower fell. You elevated before this energy could adhere or align to you. Or this is what you're being guided to do. Which is returned this energy back to, could be a Libra. Doesn't have to be. It's returned this energy in order to restore the balance. Because when you elevate, this can't adhere. This is not in alignment. This is not in balance with you. This is not what's meant to be a part of your, I heard equilibrium. This is not what's meant to be a part of your experience with the alignment and you're in and the energy you're emanating. So inevitably, in order to balance the scales, this must return to its origin, must return to its practitioner, its summoner, its conjurer, where it came from. Because energy cannot be destroyed. And if it doesn't align with you, if it doesn't adhere to you, it's got to go somewhere. And where does it go? Back to its origin. So whoever was playing under these moon cycles in order to change fate or change their fate has been hit with a return to where you're about to elevate with how you've broken through any type of binding that was meant to seclude you, isolate you, take from you, and destroy you. And there have been many. They keep channeling me John Wick. And there we go. Abundance. Or to bind your abundance. To bind your fertility, to take from your fertility. You're receiving a release. And I heard a rapid release. While these individuals in their south node are going through an increase of emotions, I feel. Or an increase of health issues. The provoker just fell out sideways. They're being blocked from your energy as we speak so you can go through a process of healing. And they're receiving a message of concern that what they had waged on you, they're not seeing. That they're seeing you're healing from and you have escaped, but they're not seeing it in the way that they wanted to. What they're seeing is that you are healing and you have escaped. They're receiving a message of concern that whoever is watching you to see something take effect is not seeing it take effect. There's a lot of anger here and there's a lot of fear with the fact that this reckoning has hit this hard. These individuals that are watching you or having other individuals watch you can see that you've escaped because you're healing. They're in too deep is what I just heard. And I also heard no going back. Divine revolution and spirit. I'm going to take these in the reverse for these individuals that don't have access to the doors that spirit is opening for you. They don't have access to the divine and the wisdom that comes from the divine, and they don't have access to you being protected by the divine. These are not light leaders. These are not divine revolutionaries. These are fallen angels with divine revolutionary in the reverse. Where you, on the other hand, are being directly guided by spirit on what to do and what to prepare for, I believe. I believe sun, spirit, divine revolution. So spirit's saying what you have been believing. Basically, what has been relayed to you, this prophecy, is unfolding now. Spirit is confirming this. The Most High is confirming this. that what you have believed for so long, the way that you tried to warn others, is now unfolding. This is also about individuals now know you truly are a divine light leader, that you really are guided by spirit. There's no other way to explain how you would be able to escape and overcome what they had worked together with friends to do. And the lies about you, how they have been exposed. They know that this is divine intervention. Uranus, you're a genius. And then we got Black Moon Lilith mystery in the reverse. It's no longer a mystery. Why you keep surviving this shit. Give me, you know what? Give me some ancestors. I'm going to close this message with some ancestors. Look at this. North Node, life's purpose. Because I really feel like this is already confirming everything that you already know. I really feel like this is, you've been fighting this for a long time. You've been addressing these beings for a long time. You've been dealing with the antagonization, gang stalking attempts for a long time. And you had prophesized a downfall. You had prophesized individuals getting hit with karma. And this may have been years ago you prophesized this, and you were not wrong. You were just ahead of your time. You were early. All right, these prophecies that you had relayed were warnings to these individuals that if this course of action they were taking did not change, they would be going through the worst case scenario and they would be entrapped in it. You were not wrong. You were just way ahead of your time. You as this prophet, you prophesized years into the future based on the choices that you intuitively felt like these individuals were going to make with targeting you. And now that things are unfolding for them, things are unfolding for you. That's basically what the divine wants you to know is we never lied to you. We never lied to you. We prophesied to you what was going to happen. We never said when it was going to happen. We just told you it was going to happen. And it is all the things that individuals thought that you were crazy about, all these things that individuals mocked and laughed at, yeah, they're unfolding now. People are seeing it before their very eyes. In all areas. We got organizations, networks, and societies that are looking at certain situations that have been prophesized and going, well, how the fuck did they know? I bet you there's some organizations, networks, and societies that are looking back on my videos where the day of that situation with Elon and Trump, I prophesized Elon and Trump going through something, specifically Trump getting hit with karma. And y'all know in that live, I laughed at it and I was like, why would you bring up Trump? I heard karma and I was like, okay, Trump and karma, whatever. And I just kind of brushed it off. And then I was like, okay, within hours, somebody's going to crash out. And then within hours, you had Elon outing Donald Trump on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. And again, I don't want us feeding too much attention to these individuals, but I do want to point out, like, the things that have been spoken on are literally unfolding. He was crashing the fuck out. And I was like, damn, literally hours after I posted that live. And this is an example. Literally what you guys have seen unfold that I have prophesized about, you are just as intuitive, if not more. The things that you have prophesized are being seen unfolding as we speak. And you may be in years ahead of the game. Years ahead of the game. I'm hearing most of you were. You received the messages because God is a merciful God and God gives time to those that may be savable. New birth guarded vigilantly and heaven sent. So these individuals were given time because there was still a sliver of life. Not all of them, a sliver of light. And not all of them, but quite a few of them. They were given the opportunity to step into their divine energy and they continued to target you, eliminating that sliver of light they had by having their energy so far corrupted. But on the bright side for you, we got ancestors out here saying, we are protecting you. You are literally sent from heaven. You are an angel. We got heaven sent and new birth guarded vigilantly. You are being protected, as is everything that is in alignment to your energy with spirals of manifestation. Individuals are getting out work right now for what they attempted to recently do to you. I heard more and more of them will fall. Diving for light and conscious connection. So you do have a connection right here to where this individual has seen the light. Others are finding you based on the energy that you were emanating. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't even walked into yet. The divine is making a way. You're about to be connected to some individuals that so many worked against you having a connection to. Mama? Hi, Mima. Oh, that's Union Kitty? That was not Mima. That was Union Kitty. So Union Kitty says hello. Lynette, Union Kitty says hi. But why'd she come out talking right as I'm talking about these connections? I don't know if you heard her in the background where she's like, meh, meh. But if you just heard Union Kitty, this is definitely for you. You got a union coming into play. High level soulmate, kingdom spouse. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You also have individuals that again are finding you based on the vibration and the energy you are emanating. Working together to bring in more light on this planet. We got trust yourself. Not only bringing more light, but learning with the light that you bring together. Does that make sense? Like, you are going to assist each other in learning what it is that you both know, gaining wisdom from each other, gaining, whether this is a romantic partner, a business partner, or a high-level soul family connection, or high-level soul family connections. You're going to be coming together and learning a lot from each other to where you're going to be assisting others with what it is you now know. You're going to be a guiding light to others with what you have learned and how you've worked together to bring in more light. There's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, a lot of peace that comes from these connections, as well as a lot of learning and understanding, which in itself is going to raise the vibration of this planet with the type of connections that are being maintained in this realm. Anything else, ancestors? I'm done. What did I just say? You're going to be inspiring others. And these individuals are going to be inspiring you. You're going to be learning from each other, growing with each other, bringing big, bold visions to life, giving the world new, bright ideas that go beyond normal. These are connections that like really change the perspective on this world and the connections within this world. Shock of the new. Ancestors are saying the shock of the new has now come to life for you. Ooh, bars. Come to life and shock of the new. The shock of the new. This is going to be shocking in how this law of attraction here, or power of attraction, how this all comes into play and comes into fruition. So you already know that things are unfolding. Judgment is unfolding for those that waged war against you. It's worst case scenario for them. While heaven and its angelic armies are opening up a way for you and leading you to everything that you had once perceived as being so far out of reach, that you once had felt was going to be so far out of reach. A way has been made for you where that way should have been impossible. Connections solidified in this reality. I did just see receiving. Connections received, receiving. Connections received, even though they were meant to be blocked. Business opportunities acquired, even though they were meant to be stopped. What is going on with my hair right there? I want to pull 2 angel messages just real quick. Let me get 2. Remember who you are. You are a powerful, loving, creative child of God. You are very loved. All right, give me one more. Healthy lifestyle. Your life is about to change for the better. With healthy lifestyle, this is also about eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimum health. So this is just going back to the beginning of this life, where I was talking about in order to break through certain bindings and certain alignments that you don't want to come to fruition, get that energy moving. Listen to music, dance, get some exercise, eat some salad, something that deeply connects you to Mama Gaia. Like, do things that are going to be productive for your, not only your physical vessel, but your light body as well. Because it's going to put you in a higher vibration that's going to break you out of any alignment that individuals wanted to have you maintain, so that they would be able to initiate some type of tower in your life, or complete some type of energy harvesting, or some type of sacrificial ritual they were intending on. Yeah, with this moon cycle. And you asked your angels what you can do, it's now being confirmed for you. Get it moving. And trust your intuition. You already know. You already know what the answer is. Get it moving. Victory. You want this victory? You want to break past any stagnancy? Spirit is saying, don't align to it. Vibrate higher. Vibe higher. Do things that are going to put you in a higher vibrational energy. And watch how quickly this shit blows back into individuals' reality that were trying to keep you in a certain alignment so that they could manipulate that alignment in your energy. And watch how quickly things open up for you. Finances come flowing through. Relationships connect to you. You are being acknowledged and recognized for the light that you hold. Watch how quickly that starts happening. Anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you. And I will see you guys again, if not over on TikTok in like 30 minutes, because I'm going to go ground. The energy's been a little bit heavier today. So I appreciate each and every one of you, like, sticking with me and vibing with me as I'm alchemizing this energy with you. I actually did get my ass in the gym today, and it really alleviated a lot of the heavier energy I was feeling, but it's still quite heavy. So seriously, like, I appreciate y'all vibing with me and flowing with me as I, with you, are alchemizing this energy. I know that we're currently taking on a lot, and it feels heavy, and it may be slightly disheartening with where we anticipated being at this time and what we anticipated experiencing. But just know, we're all riding the wave together, and we can do this. And we got this as a family. We're doing this together. You're not alone. And know that anything that individuals felt like would break you, you will always overcome. You will always turn it around in its highest vibration. Anybody preying on your downfall is going to watch your come up. And they're going to keep watching your come up, whether they like it or not. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I will see you again, if not over on TikTok, in 30 minutes tomorrow. So until then, remain peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, and remain respectful, unless disrespected. Then check with the Most High and check your motherfucking self before you check a motherfucker with grace. And like Shasay would say, XXX Tentacion, 888. That was a horrible XXX Tentacion, 888. If anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car, vroom vroom, with your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy obviously does it for us. And until next time, I love you guys. Make sure you're drinking your motherfucking water, because it is a conduit of energy. It will assist you with the alchemization of anything that you have taken on. And remain balanced, stay grounded, and remember how loved, how powerful, and how infinite you truly are. You're incredible. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I will see you again soon. And until then, bye.